We are live for the LAFC versus New England Revolution watch along. Tonight we got some big news. Son Heung-min is going to make his debut start for LAFC. And I'm going to be very excited to see, obviously, we all are excited to see if you're watching this, how he's going to perform tonight. And he looks really good in his debut match against the Chicago Fire, considering he hadn't practiced with his team. He didn't really know any of his teammates, and he only played 30 minutes, and he looked pretty damn good, in my opinion. So I'm going to be excited to see what he does tonight. If he's going to be able to score, we'll get your predictions and see what you guys think as well. But it should be an exciting game. I am excited to see what happens. And they are playing in New England. It is kind of weird that his first two games are on the road, especially because they're a week apart. It's not like they have to play a midweek game, but Son Heung-min is making his debut start for LAFC on the road at New England. He is going to be playing it on turf at Gillette Stadium, which is also where they share a stadium with their NFL team, the New England Patriots. If you're unfamiliar with the NFL or them sharing a venue, so it's going to be interesting to see how he plays on turf, how many minutes he plays in general, and how he plays tonight for LAFC. But I am very excited to see what Son Heung-min can do for LAFC in his debut start. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you like the video down below, the stream down below, and share with a friend. History's being made tonight. I think Son Heung-min's going to have a very good game. I think we're going to see more of what we saw last week. Make sure you like the stream down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're trying to hit 10K by the end of this year. We're already over 9K. We might hit 10K sooner than we expected, thanks to you guys and all your support. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already and hit the little bell notification so you never miss a video. Let's see. Mr. Appreciate you for stopping by. Says, hi, Will. Let's see. Perez says, no Ordas. No Ordas. We got Son Heung-min tonight starting. Son Heung-min will be starting tonight for LAFC. Ernest says, let Son cook. He will cook tonight, I think. Daniel says, checking in Seattle. Thanks for this pregame show. Well, we're not just doing a pregame show. We're going to be watching the whole thing tonight. We're going to be watching it together, seeing how Son Heung-min does. We'll also be doing a post-game recap after the match. We will also be doing a post-game recap after this match. The game starts in 5 minutes, but it'll probably be delayed because MLS time is always late. Never starts on time. Mr. says he will score tonight. Miguel says, surprised he made a quick impact drawing that PK. That's because he's still very good. And here's what is unique about Son Heung-min coming to LAFC. And I haven't really talked about this, but one thing that normally happens when a player of that prominence comes to MLS, normally they come to MLS earlier in the summer, or the deal's announced earlier in the summer, and they haven't trained with their current team. Son Heung-min has been on a preseason tour the entire summer with Tottenham, and that is what's kept him fresh. That is what's helped him stay in form. That is why he is so sharp right now. And I was talking with my friend Nick at the Voices of Black and Gold, and I was like, hey, do you think Son's going to start this week? I think he is. And he's like, nah, man, I don't know if he's going to. I think maybe he won't. But I think maybe if he wasn't already in form and already had, trained with Tottenham, then yes, I don't think he would start yet. But the guy's ready to go. He's ready to play. He's looked good in the 30 minutes he played last week. This thing is, and there's only like 9 regular season games left in MLS. So they're ready to get him integrated into this team. They're ready to see what he can do. They're ready to let it loose. And Son Heung-min will start tonight. Rando said, should be a good game. I expect Son to score. Ashcan says 3-0 prediction for LAFC. Ben says, Ben from Texas. Appreciate you, Ben. Mr. says he's going to go 2-0 LA. Ashkin says, are you doing a watch along for Thomas Muller's debut tomorrow? Possibly. We'll see how we'll see how we do tonight. See if I have a voice tomorrow or by the end of this stream. Miguel says, as a Fire fan, was still hyped to see Son play live in person. Yeah, that's awesome, man, to be able to see it. You get to watch his first ever Major League Soccer game in person. So let's get to predictions, right? We got a couple minutes. Son Heung-min is starting tonight. We'll start off with the score predictions. What is your score prediction? There's already been a couple people give their score prediction. What is your score prediction tonight for the Revolution versus LAFC? Who do you have winning? What is your score prediction? New England Revolution versus LAFC. And also keep in mind, If you're just joining us, the New England Revolution are hosting this match. They do play on turf. They do have, I guess you could say, a home field advantage, or at least they're acclimated to the turf, which can be difficult for some players to play on. So they do have a slight advantage. I would say they do have a slight advantage as far as that, but I still think that LAFC is a superior team to the New England Revolution. So Ernest, a member of the channel, says 3-1 LAFC. Who else? Daniel says 3-1 LAFC. Ben says LA for New England 1. I'm going to say I think it's going to be 3-0. Who said 3-0 earlier? Someone said 3-0. David Day says 7-0 LAFC over New England. I think that the LAFC are going to win 3-0 because New England's been pretty bad this year. Even though they are playing at home, I still think they're really bad. If it was at LAFC, I think it'd be way, way more out of hand. But because they're playing at New England, I think it'd still be 3-0. LAFC have a very talented team, and I think Son is what they've been missing. You could already see the chemistry between him and Denny Bouanga. So I think that they're going to win 3-0. Now, the question is, what do you think Son does in this game? Does Sonny score in this game? Someone said that they think he will. How many goals do you think Son Heung-min will have in his debut start for LAFC? Will he have 1 goal, 2 goals, a hat trick, no goals, and a couple assists? What do you think he's going to contribute tonight for LAFC? Mr. says Son's first home game will be an event. It will. Probably do a live watch along for that one too, just because it's like incremental, right? The first game was an appearance, the second game's a start on the road, the third game will be a start at home, unless they play on the road again. I'm not sure if they do play on the road their next match. Maybe they do, but I mean, it's incrementally building up, right, to this big event when he gets to make his first appearance at home in front of the LAFC fans. It's going to be a big deal. Daniel says Bouanga scores towards Golden Boot or Golden Foot. Let's see. David Day says, I never say nil, 7-0. Well, I say nil. I got to be proper here. I got to say nil. Mr. says he thinks that Son Heung-min is going to have 1 goal and 1 assist. Miguel says an assist at least tonight. His first goal comes in LA. David Day says he has a assist hat trick, so he's going to have 3 goal contributions. That'd be incredible. Diana says, do LAFC have good defenders? Is it realistic for them to keep a clean sheet? Well, they don't really have a good back line, but they do have a well-seasoned veteran goalkeeper in Hugo Lloris, who's pretty good and at this point. And I don't think the Revolution have a good attack. So, yes, I think that's very possible they could have a clean sheet. It's possible. Chicago has more talent, in my opinion, than New England. Now, New England have a player called Carlos Hill, who is good, but I'm not big on the Revs. I could be wrong. I don't think they score tonight. Could be wrong, though. David Lee says, I want Son to go easy, please. No injury. Well, like I said, they are playing on turf. It's not a normal playing conditions or what he's accustomed to. He's, used to playing on grass his entire career. So that will be interesting to see how he acclimates to playing on turf. I mean, I'm looking at an aerial picture right now that they're previewing for the game of the stadium, the pitch. It looks terrible. It looks so badly artificial. It's disgusting, honestly. But that's where we are. MLS has pitches that are that aren't grass. That they play on artificial turf. So it is what it is. I think he'll be fine though. I think Sonny will be good. I think he'll be fine. But so I think Sonny gets 1+1. I think he's gonna have 2 goal contributions. I think he's gonna have a goal. I think he's gonna have an assist. Last week in that game against the Chicago Fire, and we're seeing people walk into the venue with their Sonny jerseys on, which is incredible, right? In New England. I think that Sonny is going to have you saw against the Chicago Fire that he was already making an immediate impact. He was already dangerous in the attack. He had a couple runs where you saw that he did not lose his speed, which a lot of people were concerned if he still had it, which, he obviously still does, which is scary for MLS. And he just had no chemistry with his teammates like you normally would, and he was still being effective. So I think this 1 week of training is going to go a long way, which sounds funny because normally you would need more than that to get used to your teammates. And I still think he's going to need time to get used to his teammates. But I think that this 1 week of actually getting to train with his team, practice with them, is going to go a long way. and I expect him to contribute tonight. I think he's gonna be very, very good. Let's see. Lonely Eyes says, or no, sorry, Lonely Eyes. I'm going to be I'm going to the home game on the 31st. It will be a blast if he scores his first goal then. Yeah, I mean, that would be incredible. Where, if you don't mind me asking, are you local to LA? Are you flying out to go see that game? Sun sprint speed will always be top tier. He is super fast, super, super fast. Mr. says, "Are New England going to build a stadium for the Revs at some point?" I think they're trying to, but that's been in the works for years, and they still haven't built one. So we'll have to see if they're actually able to do that. WinX says, "Hi, Mr. Will. How's it going? Thanks for tuning in and watching this live watch along with us to see what Sun Heung-min and LAFC can do. And I'm going to be curious to see if LAFC makes any more additions before the window closes. Are they going to add some more reinforcements? Because I think this team definitely needs a couple more things if they really want to compete for the championship in MLS, which is called the MLS Cup. If you're new to the league, we will see. And they still, like I said, we're on MLS time, guys. They still haven't, the players aren't even on the pitch yet. The players aren't on the pitch yet. So anytime they tell you, they give you a kickoff time in Major League Soccer, you got to add 10 minutes to it. You got to add 10 minutes to it. So make sure if you haven't already, we got 70 of you in the chat. Make sure you like the stream down below if you haven't already. Share with a friend. We're going to have a fun time tonight. We're going to see what Sonny can do for LAFC. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're trying to hit 10K by the end of this year. We look like we're going to hit that with ease. And so just make sure you subscribe if you haven't already and hit the little bell notification so you never miss any of our videos or live stream watch along. Lonely Eye says, "Yeah, I'm local LA home base." Oh, nice. Have you been to an LAFC match before? Vamos Sounders says, "Greetings, William. How's it going, my friend Vamos Sounders?" Nick Smith says 10, more like 15 and 20. It is, yeah, maybe. It just depends. We also will probably, we're definitely going to have Fabian Rankel probably stop by at some point for a little bit. And we will probably, maybe Nick will stop by from the Voice of Black and Gold. Maybe he's a little under the weather right now. So it's not a guarantee that he will stop by. But we at least have one guest, Fabi, and they're walking out right now. This kid that's holding Sun's hand, looks to be very excited, very happy to be walking out with Sun Heung-min. We're really close to kicking off here. Really close to kicking off. Let's see. Mister says, "I told you they need Laporte. He transformed that defense." Yeah, but I think they really want to get a number 10. They want a playmaker. They want someone who can set Sun up. They want someone who can set Denis Wong up. So I think that they're targeting a number 10. But I don't know. There's also been rumors they might go for a striker and then move uh, Denny to the right wing or Sonny to the right wing, one of them to the wings, like have them on the outside and have a striker in the middle. I'm not sure what they're gonna do. I don't even know if they're for sure gonna do anything because they're kinda under the pressure here because, I mean, they only have, like, 5 days left to make any moves. Almost Sounders says 10 for the regular games, season pass, 25 for games on FS1 Fox. Yeah, you just gotta write this down. You gotta remember this. That way you don't waste your time watching ads, commercials, or, playing to waste time waiting for the game to start. Winx says, "Hope Sonny and Bwanga show off their perfect partnership day." Yeah, the chemistry they had already was kinda crazy. They're already laughing, joking around with each other. I mean, that could be, if Denny Bwanga is able to elevate his play even more and looks really good with Sonny, he might not be going anywhere. He might be sticking around with LAFC for a bit longer. Mister says Gio Reyna it is then. We'll see. We'll see if Gio Reyna can get that deal to Parma. That's still not done yet somehow. We'll see if they can get that across the line. If they don't, I think they definitely should try to target Gio Reyna. Rafael Vega has been another name that LAFC's been rumored to be interested in. I mean, you can't go wrong either way, in my opinion. What they need, I think it would help them out a lot. Miguel says, "Is Messi playing tonight for Miami?" He is on the bench. I don't know if he's going to play, but he made the bench tonight. Yep, Mama Sounders as well. Game over. They're playing the Galaxy, so they'll be fine. Yeah, probably will be. Galaxy are different in the MLS regular season. Um, but, I mentioned this last week. We talked about debuts, right? Now, this is a starting debut. This isn't coming off the bench. The greatest off the bench debut in MLS history was Zlatan Ibrahimovic, where he scored a brace against the LA Galaxy in 2018. Now, Sonny obviously wasn't able to score last game, but he probably could have. I mean, if you wanted to be a little bit, he's just not a selfish player. He deferred. He let Denny Bwanga take the penalty. He let Denny Bwanga, he didn't want to step on any toes. He didn't want to make it seem like he was coming in and I don't want to say taking charge, but acting like he'd been there this whole time, right? He's trying to ease his way into the culture, ease his way into the team. He could have had a goal last week. I mean, I wouldn't have been mad at him if he took that penalty, but he let Denny Bwanga have the penalty. He could have scored last week, and obviously the foul on him that led to the penalty was egregious. I mean, that was 100% a foul. He might have scored then too. I just think based on what I saw in that little snippet, obviously, it was a sample size. It was one third of the game. You just saw the impact, and I'm scared for Major League Soccer because if the dude is still fast, and I think he is, I think the league's in trouble. I think MLS is in trouble. We all know that Sonny is already a technical player, a very technical player. He can play with both feet. Guy doesn't have a weak foot. He's a great playmaker. I think a lot of people were, like I said, were questioning his speed, if he still had it. If he still has his speed, I'm telling you, he might be the best player in MLS. He's gonna be up there with Messi. I truly believe that. I truly believe he will be up there with Messi if he still has his speed. Ashcan says, "I have Messi and Royce game on another screen." Yeah, I'm maybe I would normally have, like, a split screen, but I'm just laser focused on this. I wanna, like especially because 'cause I'm gonna be doing a post-game recap. I wanna be laser focused on this game and watch everything and to see exactly what happens in detail. Daniel says, "Want to see Son's assist, 2 for Bwanga, 1 for Martinez." 2 for Bwanga, 1 for Martinez. And I think David Martinez is an X factor tonight as well. Mister says he'd have scored if he wasn't fouled. Yeah, I think he would have, and he could have still scored. I mean, he could have been selfish. He could have taken that penalty. Nobody would have blamed him. It's not the kinda guy he is. Just not the kinda guy he is. I think we're about probably 2 minutes from kickoff here. They went out of the tunnel. I think they did the national anthem, so we should be starting here pretty soon. Okay, yep, we're about to line up. Kickoff kickoff is almost here. They've got LAFC as a 44% chance likely to win, New England 30%, and then 25% chance to draw. I very seriously doubt this game's gonna end in a draw. I think LAFC is gonna run away with it, but we'll see. I could be wrong, but we will see. About to be about to kick off here, finally, the 10-minute delay. Miguel says, "Disappointed son didn't take that PK. Everyone in the stadium wanted it." No, I wish he would have as well. Uh, Dog Jing Jing says, "That back tackle was clearly a red card. No, clear scoring opportunity. Weird yellow card call." No, I agree. All right, we're officially underway. We're officially underway. Let's see what LAFC can do. And like I said, New England is not a very good team. I don't think they're a very good team. Their coach, Caleb Porter's not good either. Ashcan says Son doesn't want to win MLS Golden Boot scoring PKs. That's true. Maybe he doesn't. I didn't look up what PK uh, his PK how many goals essentially what I'm trying to say is how many goals did he score with with Tottenham scoring PKs? I think most of the time it was well, at least back when he was playing, I think Harry Kane mostly took the PKs. I don't think Son is not a PK merchant. Like he doesn't have most of his goals are not PKs. Oh, I'm telling you, David Martinez is a guy to watch out too. The young Venezuelan right winger, he can play in the midfield too. Absolute uh, loads of talent, loads of talent. Only 19 years old, and he has a beautiful left foot. He can whip in crosses. He can pass he's got pinpoint accuracy. He's pacey. Like he's very, very good. Very, very good. And hopefully with someone who can actually score on the other end of the passes, Giroud sadly couldn't do it with LAFC. Maybe we can see David Martinez fully unlocked. Mr. says some players in training will run through a brick wall if you ask. When with Son, you don't even need to ask. No, I agree with that. He's team first. He'll do anything for his team. That's the thing. Now that he's LAFC, he is fully committed and loyal to LAFC. All right, there's his first touch. Also, too, LAFC play a very weird style of ball. It takes a while for them to really open things up. They're very, very conservative. Very, very conservative. Sometimes it takes a little bit for things to open up for them. Nice pass from Tillman to Ryan Hollingshead. Ryan Hollingshead lays it off to Denny Bouanga. Marky Delgado. Ooh, deflected by the Revs. Let's see. Ashcan says Son never scored a PK when he won the Premier League Gold Boot. That's impressive. I think he didn't he tie it with was it Mo Salah he tied with? Harry says last 2 seasons he took some penalties, but when Kane was there, he only took 1 or 2. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought when Harry Kane was at Tottenham that he essentially was the designated PK taker, the penalty taker. Yeah, I don't really recall Sonny taking many penalties. Jay says less than 5. Oh, less than 5 penalties. He's took at less than 5 penalty goals at Tottenham. That's impressive. Keyshawn says Son is finally at a big club. Mister says Martinez is a good player if he can keep his composure. Yeah, he plays a little erratic sometimes. He gets last week when he played the Fire, he slapped the ref's hand out of his face, which is that's a little too risky. Harry says just looked up. He scored 4 out of 6 penalties at Spurs. So he only has 4 penalty goals at Spurs. That's crazy in 10 years. Diana says I believe he only had 4 penalties throughout his whole career. Yeah, that's impressive, honestly. I mean, I think Ronaldo had like 10 this year. Miguel says, "A year ago, I never would have thought MLS would have land Son." Oh, I think it's a handball by LAFC. A year ago, I never would have thought LA MLS would have landed Son. Imagine next year. Yeah, these things happen quick. I mean, I would have never thought that Son would come to LAFC at this point. No, I think it might have been yeah, it's a handball off of Sonny. How are we feeling about Sonny up top, though? I mean, I theorized he was gonna play striker just because Bouanga plays on the left side. How do we feel? Obviously, there's a lot of Sonny fans that are, watching this. How do you feel about Sonny playing striker? I mean, he's good enough to play anywhere in the attack, but how do you I mean, obviously, you prefer to him play on the left side, the left wing. How do you feel about him playing up top? I mean, I think he's good enough to do it if he has the right service, and I think that's what makes him a little bit more unique than Giroud is that he's actually fast. He is, good with both feet, and he is a very good playmaker. Ooh, bad giveaway by the Revs. Keyshawn says he's the best one for the job. Yeah, I guess that's the only option they really have. I mean, look at the speed, man. I mean, look, the number 2 for the Revs. Ooh, they're pressing a little bit now. He had a little bit of an edge on Sonny, but I mean, you could just see he's got a little zip to him still. He's still got the quickness. He's still got the quickness. I think Sonny still has it. Mister says he's more than capable. He did it for the Spurs on occasion. Yeah, I think he's talented enough, and he's got enough uh, technical skill to play anywhere in the front. Anywhere. Sonny does. Nice pass from Delgado to Denny Bouanga. Ooh, weak pass from Denny Bouanga, cleared by the Revs. See if Marky Delgado can play well too. Marky Delgado for LAFC has been pretty mid the last couple, months actually. He's not really been very good. He played really good earlier in the season for LAFC, but then he's kind of tapered off. He's not been nearly as good. Miguel says can play anywhere in the attack. He can. Hell, he can play in the midfield. He could play as an 8 if you had to have him. He's not really a box to box. He's not going to be a good box to box destroyer, but he could play in the 8 if he had to. He could play as a 10. He could play as a 7, 11, a 9. And he can play any. He can play many positions, and that is why I think Son Heung-min will age very well and be able to play for a long time. That's why Messi's able to play for a long time because they're able to play all these different positions. The technical ability is going to have them age well. And even though Sonny is fast, I think once he does lose his speed, he'll still be a very good player. Ooh, nice flick to Carlos Gil. Carlos Gil is gonna be a problem. That's the Revs' best player. Campana, former Inter Miami striker, backup striker. Eric Saul says, "The game was delayed as usual. Also, what's good, Will? Eric, appreciate you for stopping by, my friend. Everything is good. We'll see if LAFC can seal the deal tonight or see if they can get a win, right? See if Sonny can have a memorable debut start." Keyshawn says, "Bouanga is going to take the penalties." I'm not surprised at this. I'm not surprised. We know that Sonny's not going to step on his toes and not going to insert himself and take the ball from Denny Bouanga. He's going to let him take the penalties. That's fine. I think Sonny will be. I think he'll be fine. I think he'll score many goals in play. God, the LAFC just looks so sloppy right now. It's a bad giveaway by the Revs for a throw in for LAFC. Very bad giveaway. See, this team just plays very sloppy. When you see Carlos Hill on this team, now keep on, he's still a very good player. Carlos Hill is a very good player, but he's just so much better than everyone around him. I mean, it's kinda honestly, it's a tragedy. It's a travesty. Eric says you should switch to Miami just to see how Messi is doing. He's not I don't think he's gonna play tonight. He's on the bench, but I don't think he's gonna play for Inter Miami tonight. Now I wonder if they're gonna have an issue where they're trying to feed Sonny too much and they're gonna force it and they're not gonna actually get any good looks. As far as I know, he's only had 1 touch tonight. He's only had 1 touch for LAFC so far tonight. We're almost 10 minutes in. He's only had about 1 touch. Kinda the game just really hasn't opened up yet. You see Carlos Hill, look how deep he is. He comes back. He's very Ricky Puig-esque. Like, you guys know who Ricky Puig is. If you don't, like, if you're new to MLS, Ricky Puig is arguably the best midfielder in MLS. But he's very Ricky Puig-esque, where he just takes a lot of touches. He's very involved in the attack. He's very involved in the game. He'll play deep. He'll play in the attack. I mean, the whole thing runs through him. Eric says, Miami without Messi should win with this Galaxy team. Yeah, you would think so. You never know, though. It's MLS. Mister says they're saving Messi for the Tigres game. Yes, we're doing a live watch along for that as well. We gotta have a prediction video for Leagues Cup dropping on Monday, and then there'll be a watch along on Wednesday. So we'll see what happens. Guys, we've got 100 people in the chat. Let's see how many likes we got. Let's see if we're at 100 likes yet. We're at 56 likes. Let's try to get to 100 likes. Got 100 people in the chat. Make sure you like the video down below, the stream down below if you haven't already. Also, ooh, what a save by Hugo Lloris. Wow. Yeah, very lucky, Hugo Lloris was able to save that one. Yeah, LAFC's defense is not very good. Nice clearance by Segura. But make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We are 900 and like 40, no, 900 and like 60 subscribers away from hitting 10K. We're getting super close. I mean, we're getting closer and closer. I think we'll be able to hit that before the end of the summer. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. We're gonna have a post game recap after this match. You're not going to miss. We got a lot of MLS content on the way. So we still have a lot of the season left. Ooh, what a pass! Get on the end of that. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the little bell notification so you never miss any of my videos. Yeah, LAFC is not looking too good in the attack right now. Honestly, they're not looking too good. They're not looking good in general, but they're really not looking good in the attack. Very sloppy. This is their MO though. This is how they play. They play a lot of times very uninspiring ball, and Dolo is not very good at making adjustments. And you really never know what you're going to get with this team. Was that Delgado that made that pass? Too much for a little too hard for Sonny. Too much on it. They're pressing a little bit now. Matt Turner, I didn't even mention this. Matt Turner, the USMNT number one, or maybe get his number one back, is starting for the New England Revolution. We'll see how he can play for New England. He hasn't really got to play much at all in the last 2 to 3 years. So we'll see if he can regain form and win his job back to the USMNT. Eric Saul says, "What would be considered a success in Messi's MLS era? Winning the MLS Cup, Supporter Shield, and CCC. Would that be a treble?" Um, I guess so. Yeah. If he just wins MLS Cup, I'd consider it a success. Honestly, Miguel says Turner versus Reese. Let's go. Yeah, Denny Bwanga's having a pretty good season. 17 goals, 7 assists in 22 games. He's having a it's like he's always been good for LAFC, but he's having I guess that's in all competitions too, by the way. But he's having a good season. Even though he doesn't show up, which a lot of you guys will be frustrated that Denny Bwanga doesn't show up in big games. He always comes up small in big games. That's the only thing about him. See, the build-up play is just so slow. I think LAFC desperately need a midfielder. I just think Tillman, Igor Jesus, and Marky Delgado is just a very, very underwhelming trio in the midfield. Very underwhelming. Very underwhelming. Turner needs to show up because Matt Freeze is in form and younger. Yeah, I think it's gonna be tough to see if he can win that spot back. Interesting and tough for him to win that spot back. God, the build-up play is so. Let's see if things can open up for him though. See if Denis Bouanga can create anything. Mm. Found Denis Bouanga. Revs ball. Yeah, if LAFC, I tweeted, if LAFC can just add those pieces, I think they desperately need a center back. They need another midfielder who can create. But if they don't, I just think it's gonna be hard for them to win the league, honestly. It's gonna be really hard for them to win the league if they don't add a or reinforce the back line and reinforce the. Oh, I guess not a foul. Oh my god, do you see these passes are just too long. They just don't have good not just accuracy, but they're just putting too much on the ball, too much. Midfield is very mid. If LAFC had a Carlos Hill level player, who knows what they'd be able to do. Mr. says, "Watching this, I agree with you. They need a creative midfielder. Son could make Rain a star. He could, and rest in peace to that ball. Looked like it went to the second level of the stadium. Yeah, they need somebody who can pull the strings. Like I'm looking at Carlos Hill for New England, number 10, and he's everywhere. He's touching the ball. He's probably got the most touches in the pitch right now. He's pulling the strings. He's setting things up. He needs someone like Carlos Hill who can just set everyone up and just be the little engine that ignites the attack. We just don't have that right now. Ashkin says the Vancouver Whitecaps sold out the lower bowl for tomorrow's game. It was stupid of them not to anticipate the opening of the upper bowl with Muller's debut. Yeah, I'm just skeptical. I wonder how much he's going to. Oh, what a save by Hugo Lloris! But I'm skeptical about how much he's going to play, like, or if he's going to play at all for sure. I expect him to play, but I don't think he's going to start or anything. Yeah, they just don't. They have no quality in the midfield. New England's doing a good job of slowing them down, though. I mean, I would say the LAFC are really beating themselves, but New England's doing a really good job of kinda keeping this game congested, ugly, and not really giving them any chances. They've really not created any chances. Like I said, I think Son only has, like, 1 touch so far. That was a terrible back heel by Igor Jesus. I don't know what he's doing. Bad giveaway to David Martinez. Good pass to Marky Delgado. Son throwing Hollingshead. Oh my god. He fell down. This team is so bad. This midfield is terrible. Marky Delgado is terrible. Malik Tillman is terrible. Terrible. Eric Saul says, "Would you still be neutral even if MLS opened up a team in your state?" I already have a team in my state, Nashville. I don't care for them. Still cover the whole league. I probably will never have a team in MLS. I just like being able to cover the whole league and be unbiased and neutral and just say what I really think. By the way, that looked like they might have been out of bounds on in Igor Jesus. Mister says, "Both teams are so sloppy." Yeah, it looks the game is just very slow right now. Like, the one player that I said I noticed is Carlos Hill for the Revs. He's the one player that I do notice who's made an impression on me so far. Miguel says MLS moves doesn't support his local team. No, I don't support any team. I don't have a team. I care more about the league growing than supporting a team at this point. Ooh, could be a bad giveaway. Nope. Back to Matt Turner. He clears it. Turf should be banned in MLS, and I agree. I'm hoping that happens one day. I mean, a lot of people think turf is bad in general. Like even the NFL players think turf is bad, but it's more the climate. They can't they can't have grass because it won't last. They would have to grass just doesn't last as long in certain places in the United States. So That's why a lot of these stadiums have turf. Caleb says, "I really feel that Sonny doesn't fit with LAFC's playing style." I mean, it doesn't look like it so far. He's got 1 touch in 22 minutes. What the hell was that pass by Marky Delgado? He's so bad. He's terrible. Yeah, I'm thinking that I'm curious to see if they do end up selling Denny Bouanga. If he doesn't play well, then it really doesn't matter what his relationship is with Son, but if they sell him, they can put Sonny back at his natural position on the left wing, get a striker because that would open up a DP spot. I just think that yeah. And also too, Dolo, I mentioned this earlier, Dolo's system sucks. Like, he's just not good, and I think that that really has held things back. That has really held things back for this team in general, but it's really gonna hold things back for it was a handball by the Revs. But it's gonna hold back everybody that's already held back this team. It's gonna hold back Sonny, his scoring not his scoring ability, but his chances. Diana says, "They're all over the place. What a mess." Yeah, I mean, this game's been sloppy, very slow and the best 2 ways I could describe it is slow and sloppy. Shard says, "Thankfully, Dolo will be gone in a few months and we get a new coach with a new style." Yes, the LAFC will be getting a new coach next season. And I honestly think that if you know he's gonna be gone already, you should have just fired him, but that's, whatever. Oh, Sonny with a second touch. Oh, nice pass to Tillman. Tillman with a terrible pass, as predicted, not shocking. Cleared by the Revs. Ashkin says, "I've never heard of states not having grass other than Alaska." Yeah, very common. A lot of teams don't have grass, at least NFL teams, but this is an NFL team. Most MLS teams all have grass, but, if they share a venue with an NFL team, they don't have grass. There's a couple NFL teams that have grass, but most of the shared venues do not have grass. They have turf, and it's terrible. It looks terrible, plays terrible. Every player I've heard that's came over here, even players that live here that play on it, it's all terrible. Mister says Dolo's a lame duck anyway. They should just cut bait. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't. Makes sense to me. Get a new coach in here, couple guys on the market you could get. Here we go. Oh, good defending by the Revs. Sonny was looking for Bouanga. Oh, my god. Miguel says most Midwestern teams have grass, I think. Yeah, I think most of them do. Let's see. WinX says it's great to see high possession, but uh, they seem to need more fluid movement. They do. It's a lot of standing. And I see why a lot of people think possession is an overrated statistic because it can be very misleading. It can be very misleading. And this game's misleading. I would assume that they probably are dominating possession, but what does that matter? Oh god. Oof. That was a terrible clearance. LAFC with the corner. Cough, Big Ange cough. Yeah, we'll see if Big Ange uh, LAFC. We'll see. I saw some people saying they don't want him to come to LAFC. They didn't like him at Tottenham. So we'll just have to see what happens. We'll have to see if they're able to if he's even interested in coming there. Would they wanna hire him? Ooh, ooh, Sonny. Oh, Sonny just wide. Sonny just wide right. Sonny just wide right. Well, that's his first shot of the night, so and just not flexible at all. Wow, alright, which way are you talking about? Are you talking about his tactics or his is he actually not flexible because he's, on big hands, right? Shard says, "Poor shot from Sonny." Yeah, just a little bit wide right. This current team, though, just has no chance of winning MLS Cup the way it's constructed, just doesn't have a chance. Tactical stuff. Okay, just double check. Just double check. Viral says, "Guys, all of South Korea is in shock right now at how terrible LAFC is. Their chats are going nuts. Holy F, they're used to watching EPL level football. Now they're in shock." I mean, this team is not good. They're not good. They're not good. Trisha says, "Does anyone know of a way I could watch this match in the UK, please?" Yeah, you can watch it on Apple TV. Keyshawn says, "T Grace is definitely going to win Champions Cup." That's what I think. That's what I think. God, LAFC are just so bad. Check and see how many likes we got. Let's see. We're at 70 likes. Guys, we're only 30 likes away from 100 likes. Let's smash the like button if you haven't already. We have almost 100 of you in the chat. Smash the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. We are, I mean, we're still a distance away, 970 away, 960 away from 10,000 subscribers, but we're getting closer and closer. I think we really could hit that maybe by the end of the summer. Oh, is that a penalty? Oh, that was close. That was close. So bad. And you know what's so funny is I told one of my friends, I said, he said, "Do you really think the Sun fans or the Korean fans are gonna stick around with MLS after he leaves?" I said, "Yeah, I think they might, but I mean, my God, if they think we're terrible, the league is bad, then who knows?" Keep in mind, New England is not good. New England is not a good team either. Mister says Apple TV, but it's behind the paywall. Caleb says, "Do you think FC Dallas can still capture a quality number 10? I know that the transfer window closed recently. No, the transfer window is still open. They still have a couple days recently, but I'm very confused whether we still have a chance at the playoffs. Probably not. Probably not. I think they're packing it in. I think they're conceding. All I can do. Oh, Martinez couldn't get on the other end of that. Matt Turner with the save. Shard says this is LAFC's second worst season ever. Only the 2021 season was worse. Yeah, and they fired their coach after that season. So it's only fitting that Steve Cherundolo would leave after this. I mean, he's not good. He's been bad for it. Thank God he's not the U.S. men's national team coach. It would be really, really bad. Might be worse than Greg Berhalter. Honestly, he might be worse than Greg Berhalter. Eric says LAFC or rather MLS needs to sign more Korean players to keep the audience after Son's gone. Maybe they will. Maybe they'll target some more South Korean signings. Polinsky just got fouled. Mister says, "Thing is, mad things can happen in the final week of the window." Yeah, I mean, it can. I mean, things can. The last day is, transfer deadline day is crazy. So, yeah, anything can happen. Miguel says, "Is Sun drifting right a bit?" Maybe a little bit. I mean, honestly, he hasn't. They haven't really had many chances to attack where you could even really see. I mean, he's played. I think he's been pretty much in the middle up top, or right center at the top, but maybe a little bit. Oh, good ball to Denny Bouanga. Jeez, man. They look so bad. Heung-min to Ryan Hollingshead. God, this attack is so bad. If they can do anything. Oh my god, didn't even want Oh, Bobby, here we go. Sorry. Bobby, didn't even see it, my friend. How's it
Hey,
going?
what's up? Hey, how's it going, guys? Thank you
How
for having me on.
how long you been on the back channel?
About like 5 minutes, so not too long.
Dang, I'm sorry, bro. I did not even notice. My bad. That's my bad.
No, you're good.
So
You're good.
are you watching this LAFC match, I
I
assume?
am. I am. I am. They look sloppy. They look very disorganized.
This game has been terrible.
Yeah, but all the other teams or all the other games haven't been as great either. They're all 0-0, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but LAFC, they've given the ball away so much. They just look very I mean, honestly, you would think that this team is in preseason form the way they've been playing.
Yeah. No, honestly, I mean, some could say that this is kind of preseason, especially for Sutton, right?
No, I mean, was he was in form, man. I mean, he was on tour with Tottenham all off season. So I mean, he's played several friendlies and he's in good form, I'd say. I mean, he's in good form as you can be in the preseason. So
Right.
I don't think he's like needs games to adjust other than to his teammates. I think he's good to go physically.
Yeah, this has been a tough watch for sure. But hey, we're here. We're doing this together. We're suffering together, guys.
So what have you noticed most? Like obviously they've been sloppy, but like I mean the midfield to me is like the biggest red flag. The midfield
Yeah, they need a midfield, that's for sure.
Yeah, and you know they talked about adding a piece like another DP. Uh, like Delgado's been bad, like literally across the board. Delgado, Tillman, and Igor Jesus is all three been terrible. Carlos Hill has been really good for the Revs. Like he's just look at him, he's like Ricky Puig, but like East Coast Ricky Puig.
Yeah. No, definitely. He's been creating, getting the ball wherever he needs to. Like he's really the whole engine that runs New England for sure.
And you notice how like he'll come back to the defense to get the ball like Ricky
Yeah.
Puig would do, and then start like you know start the attack. Yeah, I mean, this has been very disappointing so far, man. This shows why a lot of people are very frustrated with Steve Cherundolo because I don't know, he just plays his style is very uninspiring. Ooh,
Yeah, that was nice.
a lot of people apparently someone said in the chat that a lot of people like a lot of the Korean streamers who are watching the game, doing watch alongs to the game, they're all talking about how bad LAFC are, how bad they are, and how this is embarrassing and like, you know, essentially
Ooh, Campana? Oh, over the bar.
yep, a little high. Um,
That's crazy. But this is their first real show, right? This is their first real viewing of MLS play.
yeah. I mean, I mean, I guess it is, yeah, because they only I mean, I don't know if everybody watched the game against the Fire, but like the 30, I mean, he only played 30 minutes, so they're watching everything for this game. They're watching the whole thing. And yeah, I mean, they're disappointed, man. They say LAFC are shit, which they're not lying.
Yeah, yeah. But they have to understand too the travel that LAFC goes through to kind of get here too. It's like the biggest travel game of the season for them.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, you know, they have had a break. I mean, they played a week ago.
True.
So, you know, it's not I mean, it is a long distance, but man, they just look so like I bet half the viewers are I mean, I've lost some viewers. I bet they went to sleep. I bet they went to bed, man. This is like, you know, this is like melatonin.
Well, give me a quick second. One
Yeah,
second.
yeah,
I'll be right
you're
back.
good. What's your sleep number at, guys? Like, is this about to put you to bed? Like, how bad this has been? Like 1 through 10, how sleepy are we feeling after this game or after this first half? Oh, here we go. Oh, nice pass. Yeah, LAFC is so bad. No, I mean they really they played they have these games where they do look bad, but they look really bad tonight. Like really, really, really bad. Really bad. Who are the top 5 teams in MLS right now? San Diego is a top 5 team. Cincinnati is a top 5 team. Columbus is a top 5 team, in my opinion. Philadelphia is a top 5 team. I guess Seattle would have to be a top 5 team as well because they've just been playing so well recently. I guess they'd have to say Seattle. Miami's up there, but they've kind of hit a slump as well. Gail says, I'm having a drink, so I'm good. Ashcan says, I'm excited to see Sun play and score. It's still 0-0. Yeah, I mean, it's just very uninspiring ball. This looks so. I mean, look, this is kind of like Giroud, why he gets somewhat of a free pass. I mean, he's went over to such a bad pass by David Martinez. He went back to France and he's actually looking pretty good. He's in a couple friendlies he scored. So, that's I don't think it had anything to do with him. I think it had to do with Steve Shrundle. His tactics are bad. He never should have got this job. Never should have got this job. He had a losing record when he was coaching a second division team, USL team at Las Vegas Lights. He was bad. He was really bad. The buildup is very slow. Yeah, it's very lethargic. There's just not much excitement in the attack. There's just not. There's just no excitement in the attack. I feel very bad if this is the first game that some Korean fans have watched. I feel very bad that this is what they've seen, or Sunny fans in general.
Hey, that might change though, right before the half. Who knows?
I don't know. Sonny just got his
first touch.
Save it. His 4th touch the entire game, 40 minutes. He's averaging like 1 touch every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a second touch. They just don't have anybody to help him out, man. It's just this team is very I don't want to say mid, but just not lacks confidence.
What's crazy is they could still be the first place in the Western Conference because they have those 3 games at hand.
Yeah. Well, not if they play like this.
Yeah.
This is bad. I mean, they look so bad. It's funny. Someone was asking earlier, like, "Oh, do we have to worry about their defense, LAFC?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you probably do, but I think they should be fine." But the attack has been the biggest concern tonight.
It's funny because when people ask that, they expect like an Inter Miami type of defense, where it's like, no, you're gonna have to score some goals. But LAFC is not that at that level. I would say. I think they're a little more sound.
Is that Caleb Porter? I think it is. I think that's Caleb Porter that's hopped the wall to try to get his team motivated. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, if they look bad or go through a slump, I still think that they should just go ahead and they should have fired Dolo as soon as he said that he was going to leave. They should have fired him. But I just don't see what the point is of keeping a coach you know is going to leave. Like, what is the point of that?
I guess to find a good fit coach, like last time I thought they kind of rushed the Dolo hiring. I was expecting them to get, someone a little bit of a higher stature, but hey, you can't say the Dolo era was a complete failure because they did win a couple of trophies.
I mean, they only won 1 to me.
U.S. Open Cup?
And that was watered down. Only 8 teams are in it.
Okay. Mickey Mouse trophy.
That's below Mickey Mouse. Dude. That's like some universal stuff.
The NBA bubble type trophy. Dude.
Worse than that, dude. That's worse than that. Yeah, I only think he's got like 1 true trophy in my opinion. He's got a lot of losses.
Bale saved him.
Yeah, right.
That was crazy.
I'm just wondering if Sonny can save him.
Right? Oh, that was nice.
Not that it matters at this point because he's about to leave anyway. That's a nice flick. Is that what you're talking about by Tillman?
Yeah, and then Hollingshead too. I think Hollingshead might be the best American to never play for the USMNT.
Best American
to never play. Oh, that was nice.
Palencia he's looked the best in the midfield. He's a right back.
I know.
That's sad.
I think you're a little ahead of me.
All right, my bad.
No, you're good. You're good.
See if Tillman can do anything. The Sonny.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm the same.
Oh, Sonny's making the run. Too late by David Martinez. Way too late.
But you gotta admit though that David Martinez's potential is there. He just has to,
realize it.
Yeah, or do something.
No, 100%. But like he he just has to. He is 19 years old. He's just got to put it all together. He's got to stop making bad decisions. So do you see that like they're almost playing in like a diamond, New England when they're in the defense, they're playing like a diamond for like not formation, but where they have like a guy on the defender, two guys behind him, and then one like as a safety net, and they're just clamping down. It's like they got two guys
They're
on
definitely parking
an
the bus.
attacker.
Look how far back Campana was.
Yeah, they're playing very, very defensively in this game, and it's working. I mean, LAFC haven't done anything.
All right. Sonny's been more involved, but he's claiming for the ball. You see that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see. I mean, they're beating them almost by 33% in passes. And I guarantee you, I haven't looked at the stats yet, but I guarantee that they're dominating in possession. Bad giveaway. Terrible giveaway.
That's Safari. Yeah.
Yeah. Terrible giveaway. Way too weak on the pass. Oh my God.
Ooh.
Carlos Hill.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Just imagine if LAC had that, man.
Imagine if Carlos Hill was on an actually good team.
I know. I know. He's made this team good.
No, definitely.
He's made them what they are. We got a couple comments. Let me read this real quick. Miguel says, is there any MLS midfield that could suit Sonny?
Yeah, Evander.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
The best at midfielder. Ricky Puig. I think someone to get the ball to him.
Yeah, probably.
But they
let's see.
Definitely need a high, DP quality guy.
They do. They need a DP 10. Ashkane says Son is getting the Messi treatment with 3 to 4 opposing players slowing him down. 100%. They're doing a good way taking away, but that's the thing is they don't have anyone else that they can defer to. Denny Bouanga's not playing well tonight. He looks terrible. So when Son is getting clamped down and he doesn't have any opportunities, nobody is stepping up and trying and seizing the moment or making a difference.
Yeah, look how deep, look how back Sonny is, and he's the striker, right?
Yep.
There you go.
Oh, nice pass to Denny.
But you see how he got on the ball?
Oh. He's playing with scrubs, man. I'm telling you, he's playing with scrubs. Let's see. Miguel says, is there okay? Luis says, if only the
LAFC.
I think you meant, yeah, LAFC had a better coach. Yeah. No, I agree. He's bad. Arlo Banana says, Son is drowning in terrible play right now. Poor guy. No lies detected.
No, there's no takebacks.
No. Let's see. I guess it's like, is that Uyulea? When playing against a low block team, they need to move the ball faster, be quicker on the counterattack. No, I agree. Campana fouls Delgado.
I mean, that's a good foul, right? Like that's right there where you need to be faster. But
Harry says need a ball carrying midfielder. Yeah, someone who can like start the attack, like what we're seeing with Carlos Hill. They need a Carlos Hill. Maybe they should call him up like, hey, listen, man, we'll give you $8 million for Carlos Hill.
Yeah, right. They can't say no to that.
Humberto says LAFC has almost zero buildup in their game going forward. That's all on the type of coach. Yeah, and by the way, the first half is over 0-0. Very uninspired first half. Looks like Sonny's arguing with the referee, and so is Bouanga. Terrible first half. Chat, I want to get you involved. Let me know. We're not going to do 0 through 10, I guess, but 1 through 10. What would you grade LAFC's first half performance against the New England Revolution? 1 through 10. 1, it stunk up the joint, or 10, it was incredible. Best half you ever seen. What would you rank the first half by LAFC? Fabi, we'll start with you first. How would you rate that first half?
Honestly, man, that was a 1. Like, did they get a single legit shot on goal? I don't even think so.
Maybe 1 or 2. Yeah. I'll pull it up real quick. Look at the stats.
Probably a 1 for me. Nothing too crazy. I've seen LAFC play better than this, a lot better than this. So they just look a little uninspired. Long trip. This is kind of like one of those. If it wasn't Son's first start debut, this is a game that gets lost in the MLS regular season. That's for sure.
Well, listen, these are the two stats of where we're down bad.
Jeez.
0.12 expected goals for New England, 0.11 goals expected for LAFC.
Like I'm never a fan of the expected goals stat, but that's a perfect way to kind of show this game.
Yeah, no, I agree. This has been a terrible first half. Let me zoom out this so you guys can see this a little better. I mean, this is catastrophic, man. This is bad. And look, they're dominating possession like I thought they would. LAFC are, but they only have 2 shots. They got 1 shot on target. I mean, they got nothing in the attack, nothing at all. They are completely unraveling. They look bad, and it's funny because they looked pretty decent at Chicago, and Chicago's a better team. Let me read some of these ratings real quick, Fabi, and I'll get you back in here. Rando says he fell asleep, so 1. Diana says she's a 1. I think it's sorry if you're not, Diana. Sorry if you're not a lady, but I'm assuming you are 1. Miguel's a 4.5 out of 10. Cute Kenny says, I don't know, just joined. Well, you're not missing much.
I wish I would.
Mr. says 1. That midfield was awful. Caleb says 2 or 3, pretty mid and boring. Aluya, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, says shambolic 0. LAFC traveled from Chicago 7 days ago or so not as bad as from the West Coast. Daniel says, need more creativity from the midfield, which we've been talking about. Ashcan says 5. The game is still 0-0. New England are defending well. And Jay Lim says, yep, no creativity in the midfield. Son having to drop back to try to get something going. I give it a 1 out of 10. I think it's terrible. And it's not because it's 0-0, but LAFC are a better team. And we got Nick in here. Let's add Nick in here just real quick to see what he thinks. Let's see.
I'm actually going to drop out of here, Will.
Okay.
You for having me on.
No. Yep. Appreciate you, Fabi. Have a good night.
You too, guys.
Well, you there?
Yo, what's up, man?
How we feeling?
A little disappointed. You know what I mean? Not in Son, by no means. Not in Mr. Sonny. I think Sonny's doing everything that he could. You've seen him drop back deep to try to find the ball, get a little action in there. That's not what we want. This is Dolo ball at its finest. First 5 minutes looked great. We were pressing high. You've seen some fire in the team. You've seen guys really hustling for the ball, trying to get them out of there. The guys, get New England uncomfortable. And I thought that's how we were going to roll with it. I was expecting that's what we were going to see. And then you've seen after maybe 10 minutes, it went straight back to Dolo ball, letting the guys come really deep into their half. And the defense just looks bad. The defense is not there at all, and so they're not doing any favors for the club whatsoever. So yeah, man, that's where I'm at. I think Son looks great. I think I don't think that he's got the ball enough. And I would like to see him get the ball more. But I think he's lifted a little bit of what we see from Martinez and from the Bowangas. But again, him having to come into the midfield to find the ball to try to facilitate a little bit of the action, and then making that run and no one hitting him with it it's ridiculous, bro. It's just it's Dolo ball all over again. Once this coach is gone, this team will flourish. But right now we are stuck in Dolo ball 101.
Nick, someone in the chat told me that there's a couple of Korean streams going on right now, or during this as well, and they're just talking about how bad LAFC are, how bad they are. They look terrible. They said that they have no creativity, they're slow, they're indecisive, and they just don't look good. And look, man, I can't blame them. The midfield today has been absolutely terrible. Delgado, Tillman, Igor Jesus, all have been shit, for lack of a better word. They've been shit. They've been that shows you right there why they are looking to bring in a number 10. Exactly what we've seen tonight is exactly why they're trying to bring in a creative midfielder.
I can't disagree with anything that was just said. So, look, I'm a hardcore fan, and I don't like to down the team whatsoever, but there is no creativity. We are trying to run the ball through the midfield, but they're collapsing it right away. Like I said, defense isn't doing us any favor. The play of still kicking it all the way back instead of pushing forward, that is not what this player is designed to do. We've seen that wasn't what Giroud was designed to do, and then he ended up bouncing. You've got to understand, these guys come from a faster pace play. They want the ball fast. They don't want you to wait around. And that is what we're doing. The midfield, to your point, has been absolute crap. I don't see any creativity. But we haven't seen any creativity all year. We actually stopped seeing creativity when Bob Bradley left. The only reason we've seen any with the beginning of Delo's tincture here at LAFC is because he was really playing with Bob Bradley's team. Bob gave him a winning team. And this is we have handed him platter after platter to say, here, do something with it. And you do the same thing over and over. It is ridiculous. I cannot personally wait until this man is no longer the manager of this club.
Yeah, I was hoping that would be sooner than later, but it seems like he's going to be here for the rest of the year, sadly. Okay, I'm going to ask you this. I'm going to ask the chat this as well. Who was the most? I mean, because there's a lot of people that are up for who you could say would fit this criteria, but who was the most disappointing player in the first half for LAFC? Who was the most disappointing player for LAFC? Now, we could say the whole midfield. I agree, but I've got one person in mind who I think was absolutely atrocious in that first half. You want me to go first? Or you want to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it was Marky Delgado. I thought Marky Delgado was making sloppy passes, bad defending, and he looked slow.
Slow. Very, very slow. Holding the ball way too long. Too many touches on the ball when he does have it. And that goes back to my point that I was just saying. Look, I'm going to be a broken record on here. When you have a player like Son that wants a one-touch go type thing, and you want to hold the ball a little bit to try to be fancy to get around him, that isn't what we're looking for. As soon as the ball is past you, I literally want you to move it right along to the next guy. I don't want you to sit on it at all. And this has to be their motto. It isn't Dolo ball. That isn't the way that they play, but it has to be removed. You have to play this way with this type of caliber player. We've already lost a Giroud. We cannot let Son feel that he's made a mistake. You cannot. And look, it's only one game of him starting, but it's a big deal to see, okay, look, they have no creativity. Like, that is a problem. That is something that will take a while to create again. And if you are going to sit around and try to pass it sideways and backwards before you think about going forward, there's a real issue.
I agree. And Igor Jesus is also, he would probably be my second close. He's been really bad too. He's looked really slow tonight too.
He has not been great. If you really think about it, the last 3 games, he has not really been that good. I don't know what's going on in that situation, you know what I mean? But Delgado, on the other hand, he fluctuates. It's weird. It's like one day you feel like you can trust him, next day you feel like you don't. That, for me, is the most unpredictable, and that's what worries me with him. If I can't know that you're going to be consistent one way or the other, then I have a real problem.
Kenny is an LA Galaxy fan. He says, "Hi, Nick. How are you today?"
Oh, man, Kenny. Are you here to bust my balls today or what?
I think he might be. Yeah, man. I think, Nick, one thing I'm hoping for, though, is that this team we're watching right now can't win MLS Cup. They just can't. They can't even beat the Revolution. They can't even score on the Revolution, right?
And remind me, Will, how many games has the Revolution won this year?
I know that they're not doing very well because they were talking about firing Caleb Porter, their coach. Let me see how many they're at.
For how bad their coach is. They literally
7 wins.
7 wins, bro.
In 25 games.
Protesting before this match of how bad they want him gone. And yet we are going into this halftime 0-0 with one of the biggest name stars that has ever came to MLS. Okay? And this isn't just a flex. Like, this is facts. If you watch my show, you know how big of a deal we think that this is. Will
Oh, we lost Nick.
Now,
We
jersey
lost for a
sales
second.
are out of the roof right now for this guy. I mean, it's unbelievable what he's brought to LAFC, and this is not what he wants to showcase. I can guarantee you that. He will tell us again how disappointed he is in this team, just like he did last week.
Humberto, a member of the channel, says with Dolo as coach, it doesn't matter who they bring in. Dolo has the players with better footwork in the bench. With Dolo as coach, it doesn't matter who they bring in. Dolo has players with better footwork on the bench. Well, I mean, I just think that it doesn't matter who they bring in because Dolo's a bad coach. He's not good at setting his players up to succeed. I mean, he's never been able to do that.
Nope.
And someone had said, Richard said that if we're being honest, the team's fell off since 2023. Agree with that?
Yes. No. I just said that 2
Yeah.
years ago. You've seen it, right? Because all of Bob Bradley's guys started leaving. You didn't have the likes of Carlos Vela anymore, right? Bell said he's no longer going to be there. Collini walked away. Like you seen it, bro. And it's gradually got worse and worse. So 100%. Who said that? Kenny?
No. Richard did.
Okay,
Richard Saravia.
100% right. Knows what he's talking about, and don't have any arguments here on that. You know what I mean? And look, how hard is it for me to come on here and say all these things? It's hard, but when your team is trash, you gotta speak up and say it, bro. You cannot have this caliber style player come and then you play this bad. You just cannot, man. You cannot. I mean, where's the creativity? You know what I mean? If you can't even get it past midfield, what are we doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, and Sonny just has like 6 touches the entire game. So let me ask you this because the halftime is right around the corner, or the second half's around the corner. So let me ask the chat. Let's ask you: who do you think's going to win this game? Is it going to be a draw? Is it going to be 0-0? Does LAFC make a comeback? Who do you think's going to win this game? What is your score prediction heading into the second half? Let me know in the comment section. Nick, what's going to happen in the second half?
Well, I hope Sonny went in there, and I hope that because everyone talks about how outspoken he is also. And I hope that he puts a fire in their ass and says, hey, look, I do only have 6 touches. I need y'all to get the ball up forward, and points out where they're messing up. I hope he is calling them out the way that he should, the leader that he is, he owns the field. And so this is your team, bro. You put us on your back. And so I'm hoping that we luck out and get a 1-0 at this point. If you would have asked me at the beginning, I would have thought it would have been a 3-1. I think a 1-0 will be lucky if we get that, because LAFC has to get these 3 points. These 3 points are so important for LAFC. I mean, it's very important that they walk away with these 3 points. And, look, I've said it again. We have a coach that says it's all about winning. We have a coach that is okay with grabbing 1 point, but we have a superstar who isn't okay with only getting 1 point. And we have a superstar who believes it is all about winning. And so hopefully the team hears that message from him and not from Dolo, and they go out there and they get it together. And the likes of Delgado, they get their shit together and they do a 1 touch and they get it forward so we can have some Bawanga and some Sonny touches where we see some chemistry and we get it the likes of at least a goal.
Nick, before I let you go, where can people find your podcast, your channel, your Twitter page, and when are you looking to react to this game?
Yeah, dude. You can see me at Voice of the Black and Gold every Monday at 7 o'clock Pacific time. And appreciate you having me on, Will.
Yeah, make sure you go check him out at Voice of Black and Gold. He also, if you see in his name right there, _Nick Chastain _ that's also his personal Twitter account, which he tweets a lot of LAFC stuff from as well. I appreciate you, Nick, for stopping by, my friend. Hopefully it's a more exciting, second half than it was the first half. Make sure you go check Nick out.
All right, brother. Thanks for having me on, man.
See you, my friend. All right, guys, listen. It's about to kick off second half. I got to use the restroom real quick. 30-second bathroom break. Be back in 20 seconds, 30 seconds. All right, we are back. Second half is underway. Let's see if either of these teams are able to score. Let's see if we get a more exciting second half. Let's see how many likes we are away from 100. We are 18 likes away from 100. Make sure you like the stream down below. Share with a friend if you haven't already. We still have an entire second half of soccer left, football left to see who can win this game. So make sure you share it with a friend. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the little bell notification so you never miss a video. Let's see. WinX says the gap between Sonny and the whole LAFC squad is kind of wild. I mean, yeah, he's one of the better signings in MLS history. So he's going to be in history, not just this year, history. So yeah, the gap's going to be pretty significant. Looks like Sonny got fouled right then. See if they issue a card. No card. Looks like Sonny's starting to play a little deeper too. Koi's Choi says should change to a 4-4-2 and try to control the midfield. Yeah, that's the thing, man, is that Steve Cherundolo doesn't do that. He doesn't do that. He's very stubborn with his tactics. I very seriously doubt he's going to make any crazy adjustments. Looks like they're still going to rock with their 4-3-3. Steve Cherundolo is one of the worst coaches in MLS to make any type of changes. Good friend of the show, Rhino, has stopped by. Rhino, let me translate what you said here. Let's see. New England sits too deep on the defense, leaving no room, is what he said. Yeah, they do, but also there's just there's nothing in the midfield that does them any service. The LAFC, their midfield is so bad. Rando says, by the way, Messi is on for Miami. Interesting. What is the score of the Miami game? Is it close? 1-0 Inter Miami. Interesting. Jordi Alba scored. All right, let's see if this game can open up a little bit. Very seriously doubt it, but we'll see. Freddie says goal. Who scored? Oh, Sonny. Oh, just wide. Best chance Sonny has had in his LAFC tenure. Just wide. Son Heung-min, just wide left. Ooh, just wide. That's the best chance the LAFC's had in the entire game. Oh, Marky Delgado with the golazo. What a goal. Things have opened up now. What a beautiful goal by Marky Delgado. And we said he was the worst player in the first half. And he was the worst player in the first half. But he just had an absolute golazo. We didn't get to see the takeaway because they were showing the replay of the shot. But that was a beautiful goal by Marky Delgado. Did Sonny technically assist it? Let's see the replay on this. Okay, so Son. Technically, I don't know if they'll give him the assist. Looks like he lost possession. But what a goal by Marky Delgado. What a beautiful goal by Marky Delgado. I wonder if Sonny will technically get an assist for that. It looked like it was deflected. No Name says, how is the attendance? Sorry, I missed your question earlier. It looks like it's decent in the lower bowl. I don't know, maybe like 25,000 people here. But what a goal. Finally, they actually scored. And I just tweeted like 2 minutes ago saying how bad it was, and then they score. They have woken up. Harry says, let's hope the game opens up. I feel like it's going to have to now because the Revs are going to have to not play as defensively. They're going to have to try to score. Brilliant strike. Absolutely brilliant strike. I mean, I think that's as good as it gets. As good as it gets. I don't know how anyone could be upset with that shot. That was beautiful. And the question, like I said, does Sonny technically get the assist for that? Or is it, I mean, he lost possession. I couldn't tell if he flicked it to Marky Delgado or if it was taken away. But either way, LAFC get a much needed goal. They're up 1-0. Hopefully this thing opens up. They already look better in the first 6 minutes than they looked in the entire first half, which is what you want. It's what you want. And I think now that it's opened up, maybe Sonny does get a goal. Maybe Sonny is the one who helped get that going because he had the one shot. He stole the ball, or at least, it was a bad pass to him, and he kind of ignited that attack. I think Sonny's already making a difference in the second half. But let's see if everyone else can pick it up. Marky Delgado went from the worst player on the pitch to the best player in the second half, or second best player in the second half. Igor Jesus is probably the worst player tonight. Now, he's officially taken that mantle from Marky Delgado. David Martinez finds Palencia. Palencia to David Martinez. Martinez to Tillman. They're playing a little bit faster too, which is good. They're playing much, much faster. Much faster than they were in the first half. Too much ball sitting. Bad pass from Denny Bouanga to, looks like Ryan Hollingshead. Wasn't even looking for it. Wasn't even looking for the ball. No Name says 25K is pretty good for New England. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but it looks like probably about 25K. Let's see. Harry says New England to chase the game, so there are more gaps left. I agree. Koi's Choice says someone mentioning artificial turf. Is that right? Yes, this is artificial turf. It is fake grass, plastic, rubber, whatever the hell it is. Oh, it's a little bit behind. Able to Revs were able to intercept that. Let's see. Is it Incontinentia? Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. If the Revolution are rattled, then this can become a steamroll. Oh. Could have been bad. Let's see. WinX says, now that New England has to push forward, LAFC should start seeing more chances open up. Yeah, I think this game's going to open up completely. That was dangerous. Very dangerous. That could have been really bad for LAFC. Oh, man, heart's race now. Things are finally picking up a little bit. I'm telling you, that first half was one of the worst first halves I've seen all season long. Oh, nice pass to Delgado. Delgado to Sonny. Sonny to Bouanga. Little bit too much on that. A little too much for on the pass from Sonny. Oh, looks like Denny fouled him. Yep, Denny fouled the defender. Denny's been piss poor tonight. He's been so bad. Ernest says, Larice does that from time to time, come out and in no man's land, shaking my head. Yeah, no, I agree. Sometimes Larice puts himself in a bad spot for sure. All right, let's see if the Revolution can respond. Let's see if the Revolution can respond or if LAFC can expand on their lead. 1-0 LAFC over New England. In the first 10 minutes of the second half, much better. I hope you guys are awake. Hope that that's caught your attention and maybe have you all alert, right? That first half was a snooze fest. Hellas Lucas says, Sun Heung-min 02002. What do you mean by that? Did that count as an assist for Sonny? Let's see. See if that counted as an assist for Sun Heung-min. Let's see. Okay, did not count as an assist for Sun Heung-min. I figured it probably wouldn't because he lost possession. Like it was deflected by the defender. Marky Delgado was in the right spot and had a beautiful, beautiful strike. So I'm not too surprised by that. Free kick for New England. Carlos Hill. Got a lot of like fake dirt on his face. Turf dirt. Ben says, can you say who has the ball pass to who? Can you say who has the ball pass to who? So you want me to say who's passing the ball to who, like when they have the... Yeah, I can do that for you. Looks like that was cleared by Hollingshead. Revs had the possession again. It's almost like the Revs are kind of playing keep away right now. Like, I mean, their build-up play's okay, but it's like they're just like resetting a lot. Pumas fan says, hello, just joining. Do you think Sun will win a trophy with LAFC? I think there's a good chance. Once Dolo leaves, I think anything's possible. He'll be here for like 3 years, 3.5 years. So I think there's a good chance he could win a trophy with LAFC. I think there's a good chance. Oh, Son to David Martinez. David Martinez down the right flank. Got a little space. Look at the pace. God, he's so fast. David Martinez with the ball. David Martinez to Ryan. Oh, excuse me. Palencia. Palencia to Delgado. Palencia back to Igor Jesus. Igor Jesus to Tillman. Ryan Hollingshead to Denny Bwanga. They're pinging the ball around a lot. Bad pass from Bwanga to Igor Jesus. Marky Delgado's got the ball. The only goal scorer tonight in this game. Shard says, bro is in the chat. Just Google free soccer streams and look for the ones that have MLS games. Who's saying this? Hellas Lucas says, hoping that Sun wins a trophy again. I think he could. Denny Bwanga to Tillman. Tillman to Delgado. Palencia down the right side. Palencia to David Martinez. Oh my God, David, what the hell was that? Terrible shot attempt by David Martinez, New England's ball. Absolutely terrible by David Martinez. We're 60 minutes in. LAFC is up 1-0 over New England Revolution. The game has opened up significantly. Looks a lot better. I think there's going to be more goals to follow because of them needing to. There's going to be more goals to follow because the Revs have to score to win. They're going to have to score. They can't just play defensively the rest of this game. And I just think that LAFC is going to. I think LAFC is probably going to score another goal or two. I don't even know if the Revs are going to be able to score, even though they are playing more defensively or offensively, excuse me, in the attack. Ryan Collinshead back to Segura. Segura to looks like Igor Jesus. Maybe Ant says Miami and Galaxy are playing, and Will chose leave us in New England. Civil disobedience. Will Oliva confirmed? Nah, Sonny's. It's Sonny's first start. We got to cover that. Ernest says, to me, Palencia is such an underrated player. Seeing play due to solid, and man, he does have little things that go overlooked by stats, and solid player for us since day one. I think another thing about Palencia is that when he was in the midfield for a little bit, like he was very far up the field. He was almost like an 8 at one point during this game in the midfield, and he had the ball, and he looked better as a right back playing in the midfield than any of these other guys had looked during this game. New England made a sub. Let's see who they brought on. Let's see. Oh, Matt Polster. Okay. Maybe Ant says, you have a point. Forgot about Son. Yeah, I mean, it's his first start in his LAFC career. I had to do a watch along for that. David Day says the gals are jealous. Ernest says, yes, he does better in the back. He makes great runs. He's good, man. He looked really good for him. He was like their best player, I think, in the Club World Cup. I thought he looked really good, considering who they were playing. Ooh, looked like Matt Polster might have fouled Igor Jesus. Ooh, Campana just wide. What a strike by Campana. Rando says Miami are down 1-1. Well, aren't they tied then? Or is a draw if you're Inter Miami and you're at a draw, does that you consider that to be down? Who scored for the Galaxy? Joseph Paintsel. Not good. Shard says Palencia is great. He harnessed the same energy that Ilie brought. Yes, 100%. David Day says first Son, second Messi. I mean, those are the two biggest stars in Major League Soccer by far. It's not even close. From football to football fan says, as a Revs fan, we are not nearly as bad as we seem. No, I just think this is a very sloppy game. They had a certain game plan where they wanted to make this game ugly to have a chance. They didn't want to let LAFC open things up and get a lot of goal scoring opportunities, obviously, but they just wanted to make it very congested in the midfield and just really make this game ugly. And they did a good job of doing that, but when they scored, things had to change. Rando says it's 1-1. I mean, yeah, I saw Joseph Paintsel scored. So we'll see if Inter Miami can win that game, or if they'll lose to the Galaxy. Tell you what, Mascherano's having a bad slump right now, though. Really bad slump for Inter Miami. Guys, we hit 101 likes. I appreciate you guys for liking the stream. Let's try to get to 150. We got 25 minutes left of this game. 25 minutes left of this match. Let's try to get to 150 likes on the stream. Ooh, good save by Larice. Let's try to get to 150 likes. Subscribe to the channel. We are, trying to hit 10K. I think we'll do that at some point this year. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And also, we will have a post-game recap after this match, talking about what we saw, giving my thoughts about this game, breaking down LAFC versus the New England Revolution. So you're not going to miss that. Hit the little bell notification so you never miss any of the videos. Luis says, I agree with that guy as an LAFC fan. I'm surprised by their defense. Yeah, you're talking about the Revs. Yeah, they look pretty good. From football fan to football fan says recently we've been horrible, but earlier in the season we were good. We brought in Matt Turner, who is a massive improvement between the sticks. So yeah, Matt Turner, I don't think he's a bad goalkeeper. He just needs to play, and obviously he was really good for the Revs back in the day, and I think he'll be good again. I just don't trust Caleb Porter. I think he's a bad coach. Keyshawn says get Matarazzo at LAFC or somebody. Mr. says that LA midfield is really struggling to create. They suck so bad. They suck so bad. I feel like LAFC got another goal in them. I really do. I think they're going to score another goal. Igor Jesus to Denis Bouanga. Denis Bouanga to Son. A little too much. Lost possession. Ooh, bad giveaway by New England. Oh, nice. Oh, Tillman behind Sonny. Behind him. Had the right idea, just behind him. He would have been offside anyway, so. Keyshawn says, are you following Tom Brady at Birmingham City? I can honestly say, no, I'm not. I'm not following Tom Brady at Birmingham City. But it is somewhat interesting, but I'm not really following it. It just feels kind of weird that all these celebrities are buying teams and like they're trying to do a story. Every team's got to have a story, Wrexham, they're doing what is the Coxa and the Mekis, and then now they're trying to do Birmingham City with Tom Brady. I just don't need to see a bunch of stories about these teams. Mr. says, I was trying to be nice, but yes, they suck. They suck. They're terrible. They're ass. They're bad. Some of them shouldn't be starting. I mean, Marky Delgado, outside of that goal, he's still been bad. I would still say he's had a bad game. I mean, the goal saved him if they win, to where he's had a decent, maybe a 5 out of 10 game, but Marky Delgado's, the whole midfield's just been really bad. Oh, nice pass. Looks like Ryan Hollingshead. Oh, nice pass to David Martinez. Oh, David, he was wide open. This is where David Martinez struggles, is between the years. He just doesn't, he's just not there mentally yet. He's just still making bad decisions. He had Son Heung-min wide open in the middle. He was wide open. There was nobody. He could have just laid off a pass to him. He would have scored with ease. Keyshawn says it's interesting how the GOAT of one sport is trying to understand a new one and what it takes to win. I guess that is pretty interesting, but I think Wrexham has ruined it for me. WinX says the players still aren't really clicking yet. I mean, I agree with that. No, I agree with that for sure. But David Martinez is just so young. I just think he makes bad mistakes. He makes bad decisions. Like he had Son wide open. I mean, he's right there. He could have laid it off to him. He would have scored easily. He would have been up 2-0. He would have scored easily. Would be 2-0. LAFC over New England. Carlos Hill with a deep shot. Kind of see if Hugo Lloris is alert. See if he's paying attention. Curious if LAFC make any substitutions, who they could bring on, try to ignite or spark this attack. Looks like David Martinez is coming out, which is, I think, much needed. He made some bad decisions in the first half. Who's he coming out for? Who's coming on for him? Is that Nathan Ordaz? Yeah. Is that Nathan Ordaz? Yep. Nathan Ordaz coming in for David Martinez. I like Nathan Ordaz. That's a good sub. We'll see what he can do. Ashcan says Martinez didn't have his head up and wasn't expecting Son's movement. That's a problem too. That's just such a problem. Our players just aren't mentally there yet to know how to make the play, how to make the run. where to move in space when you don't have the ball. That's one thing that I've heard them speak about a lot, like not just MLS, but or not just in general, but Messi was talking about that with some of the players. They just don't. A lot of MLS players don't know how to move around without the ball. Just a lot of standing. Something that's got to improve. Ernest says, I really hope the new coach gets more out of David. I understand that he makes mental mistakes, but he's still young, and hopefully a new coaching style will help him grow. I think that is fair. I think that's fair. He's only 19. From football to football fan says, after the game, look up the Revs versus DC United game highlights. Wait till the second goal. That's why Carlos Gil makes those shots just to check if the keeper's awake. Sometimes you catch a keeper sleeping, not paying attention. LAFC are starting to play like they're content with a 1-0 victory, which is, if you know anything about Dolo, that's how he is. He's very, very bland. Like he's not trying to push the envelope. He's content with just getting by. He's content with just getting by, which is a huge red flag. Hollingshead, just bad pass, bad throw in, gives the ball away. Oh, oh, nice steal by Malik Tillman. Oh, Bouanga's just wide open. Oh my God, that was a terrible pass. Way behind him. All right, Bouanga still got the ball. Denny Bouanga looked like it's out of bounds. That was totally out of bounds. God, Denny Bouanga's been terrible. Denny Bouanga is been bad because of his designation, his salary, like the expectations you have for him. He has just not delivered. He's not been as bad as Marky Delgado, obviously. Marky Delgado, well, he hit the goal, but he's not been good most of the game. Denny Bouanga has this expectation to carry this team on his back, and he's just been so bad tonight. Like he can't get anything going. He's turned the ball over. He fell down one time. None of his crosses have led to anything. I don't think he has a single shot tonight, let alone target, but not a single shot. He just has looked very mediocre tonight, Denny Bouanga has. And that's the problem with him. There's games he looks great, and there's games he disappears. Zach says, have you noticed the YouTube ads are even more annoying? I have YouTube Premium, so I don't watch a lot of ads, but I know I used to get annoyed with them back in the day. For sure. Shard says, wrong Tillman, Malik. Yeah, sorry, my bad. His brother, Timothy. My bad. Didn't mean to call him Malik. Timothy Tillman. They're brothers, though. So, yeah, Timothy Tillman had a decent... Man, if LAFC had Malik Tillman, they'd be really cooking because he's playing very, very well. He has been recently. But, yeah, Timothy Tillman had he had a terrible pass right there behind Denny Bouanga. They need a player like him so bad. Oh my God, that could have been close for New England. Oh man. The Revs kind of had like a little bit of adrenaline there going. Like they looked like they could have had a chance to score. Had a pretty good chance if it wasn't for Chocolat, and I think his name's Chocolat or something like that. It's a weird pronunciation. Chocolat. He misread that. He could have found number 25. Oh. Hugh Kinney says Chivas USA should be grateful that they aren't suffering like the LA Galaxy. Yeah, the Galaxy are suffering pretty bad right now. Let's see, are they still tied right now with Inter Miami? Looks like they are. All right. Son with the pass to Denny. Looks like it was deflected though for a corner. Are they gonna is Sonny gonna take the corner? Oh, Sonny's gonna take the corner. It's a good idea. I think he's a better passer anyways. He should take the corner. Zach, am I the only one that likes MLS season pass? All the games are on one app, no regional blackouts. I mean, it's good in that sense, but there's not enough people watching it. Who's he talking to? He's talking to Denny Wong as Son Heung-min talking. I think he was yelling at Denny to go in the box. All right, Son Heung-min with his first corner for LAFC. Oh, out for another corner. He's gonna take this one on the other side. Yeah, it looks like there's some fans on the other side where he's taking the corner. It looks like they're losing their mind for Son. Oh, yeah. All right, let's see if they have any better luck on the other side. LAFC just don't really have anybody who can win headers, so they don't have an aerial threat. All right. Son with the corner. Ooh. Nathan Ordas on the other side. Saved by Matt Turner. Ooh. What a pass from Matt Turner to Chocolat. Man, what a pass from Matt Turner. Holy hell. Mr. says they might as well keep Wonga until Dolo leaves and then sell him and buy a striker. Yeah, I guess let the new coach sign some players. Let him build his team how he wants. I agree with that. Steven says, what do you think of Nathan Ordas? I think he's pretty good. Like not special, but not bad. I think he's a good player, good depth player. Nothing crazy. I'm telling you, though, if you guys have been watching this game the whole time, number 10, Carlos Hill for New England is exactly what LAFC need. Exactly what they need. And it's LAFC goal kick. We have a little over 12 minutes left this match, plus added time. It's 1-0 LAFC over the Revolution. A little bit over 12 minutes left in the second half. But when you're watching Carlos Hill, number 10 for LAFC, that is just like exactly what LAFC need. Exactly what they need. Exactly what they need. Steven says, what team do you support? I don't have an MLS team. I covered the whole league. I watch all the games as much as I can. I like them all equally, just want to see the league grow. What do you mean stop? I'll say this though, don't take Carlos Hill. I don't think he's going to go anywhere. There was rumors at one point that New England was San Jose was trying to trade for him or buy him to link him back up with Bruce Arena, but I don't think that's going to happen. What was that? Oh, Son wins it back. God, Denny Wonka has been so bad. Maybe I'll change it to Denny Wonka as the worst player on the pitch because like I said, the expectations, he's been so bad tonight. He's been so bad. Ernest says he supports LAFC, just don't tell anyone. Nah. Support every team equally. Shard says, Will is a Tampa Bay Mutiny fan. I might be. Although my friend Sean is the president of Las Vegas Lights, and he he sent me this kit. Just sent me this kit, which is actually pretty nice. Pretty nice kit. So I guess I like Las Vegas a little bit. No MLS team though. They're all equal to me. Ellis Lucas says, I want Carlos Hill to San Jose. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Steven says, you think the hype of Inter Miami is all that? I don't know, honestly. I think they're kind of disappointing, honestly. I think they're a little overrated. Without Messi, they're actually they're not a very good team. Miguel says, hope Son takes this free kick. We'll see if he does. Q Kenny says, we'll support USL teams. Just kidding. No, I mean, my friend Sean, he's in charge of Las Vegas, so I got to support my friend Sean. Oh, right to Matt Turner. Harry says, like Tim Ford. No Name says, the city of Las Vegas is pretty cool because of it's warm all year round. Yeah, it's a pretty cool city. Ernest says, hey, isn't the owner of Las Vegas Lights a baseball player? He's a recognizable name. Yeah, Jose Bautista. Played for the Blue Jays. Played for the Blue Jays. I think he was the home run leader, like at least like a season or two. God, Sun is having to play so deep. I'm telling you right now, even if they win this game, we're the post game. We are cooking, dudes. We are going to lay into some of these players who played like ass tonight. And there's a couple guys that played like ass. Couple dudes played like ass tonight. They were not good. Mr. says, to beat Inter Miami, you just need to run at them with pace. Yeah. Yeah. I think they're still losing. They're actually, the Galaxy are pretty good opponent for them when they're healthy. Obviously, they're not healthy right now, but Ernest says he had an epic bat flip once. Badass. Oh, Jose Bautista. Steven says, you watch any European soccer? Yeah, I'm a huge Barcelona fan. Huge Barcelona fan. That's my favorite soccer team outside of the U.S. men's national team. I like Germany too. Got some German roots. Kenny says, even though I hate earthquakes, I don't want them to move. Well, yeah, because you want to beat them up in San Jose, right? The Cali Classico. It's so bad. He's so bad. He's so bad. I'm joking. I'm just joking with you. There's no hate towards San Jose. I was really happy when they hired Bruce Arena. I'm just joking with you. I'm just joking. I don't want them to move. I want them to stay in the Bay Area. There's 6 minutes left of this game. 6 minutes left. LAFC up 1-0 over the Revolution. 6 minutes left plus added time. We'll see if LAFC can hold on to this win. I don't think LAFC is going to score at this point now. It's actually sad that this game didn't open up more considering how they were playing in the first half and the Revs were able to score, or excuse me, Revs conceded, which changed this whole game, and it's still kind of been sloppy. Hugo Lloris with the save. Ernest says, how would you rate Son's debut? I'll save that for the post game. I'll save that for the post game recap. Mr. Mister says Bwanga has been awful. Looks like the Revs are about to make 3 subs. This will be the Revs like fourth. They've made 4 subs tonight. The Revs have. This will be their fourth. This will be 4 subs in total for the Revs. And LAFC have only made 1 sub tonight, or 2 subs tonight. Excuse me, 2 subs tonight. Just not good enough. No depth. He says, no matter what, Earthquakes is always our rivals. 100%. 100%. Mr. Mister says, Carlos Gil deserves better. I mean, imagine if he played for LAFC. Imagine if he was feeding some through balls to Son, to Denny, to Martinez, to Ordaz. Imagine if he was the linchpin, the engine to this attack for LAFC, how much better they would look. No Name says, 10 years ago, when I didn't know much about MLS, I thought that California Classico was FCLA versus FC San Francisco until I realized that FC San Francisco doesn't exist. And that's back then, the only LA team was named the Galaxy. Yeah. The Galaxy have a lot of rivalries with people. They got, obviously, a Cali Classico. They've got, El Trafico. I forgot what they were calling the new rivalry with San Diego. I don't know what they're calling that. Rando says Messi goal. Did he score? Let me see. So now he's now the Golden Boot leader. Now the Golden Boot leader of MLS with 19 goals. Oh, what a save by Lloris. What a save by Hugo Lloris. No Name says, but 10 years ago, I also thought USA's Classico was LAFC versus New York City FC. Kenny says, Sounders also our rivals. Yeah, somewhat. Yeah. Ernest Aguilar says, Denny, Jesus, Tillman, Martinez, Hollingshead, Tafari all should make your list of ass players today. Is there anyone we're missing? You got to put Delgado on there too. Delgado's, I mean, he had the 1 goal, but he's been asked besides that. Shard says crazy save. It was an insane save by Hugo Lloris. Ben says soccer is a team sport. Other players should step up. Even Son is a superstar. He can't do it by himself. Ben, I totally agree with you. Their team is bad. They don't have enough help. Denny Bwanga is supposed to be the guy who can really help set things up and kind of take the load off of Sonny's back. But he's not been good. He's been bad today. He's been terrible. He's supposed to be the guy who can do that, and he's been bad. He's been the worst player on the pitch for me. Ellis Lucas says, San Diego versus San Jose. Which is better name? Diego versus Jose. Diego versus Jose. It's a tough one. Rando says, what a save. Incredible save by Hugo Lloris. We have a little less than 1 minute left plus added time. Less than 1 minute plus added time. It's 1-0 LAFC over the New England Revolution. Sonny's got the ball in transition. He's got Ordaz wide open. He finds Ordaz. That's just right to the keeper. No zip on the ball whatsoever. Such a soft shot. This is who he has to work with, guys. This is who he has to work with. Ernest says, and while you're at it, put Dolo on the permanent ass list. Oh, is he on the permanent ass list? The PAL? The permanent ass list? He's permanently ass. All right. We are at the 90th minute. Let's see how much added time we have left in this game. Shard says San Jose should be relegated to USL and Sacramento Republic should be promoted to MLS. I'm surprised Sacramento hasn't gotten a team yet, but 3 minutes of added time. So we got 3 minutes of added time. So a little bit, 2.5 minutes left in this game. Sonny's got the ball. He's playing deep. He had a perfect pass to Ordas, and he just had a weak shot. Oh, Sonny's starting to cook. Nobody's making any runs. Everybody's just sitting back watching him. What are they doing? What are they doing? Even Sonny's like, yo, what the hell? And by the way, Denny Bwanga's coming out. Get him out of the game. Get him out. Denny Bwanga, terrible game. Terrible game. Terrible game. So bad. Like, what are they doing? What are they doing? What are they doing? Ordas is just wide open. He's jogging though. Sonny's making the run. Oh, what a save by Matt Turner. Oh my God. I thought Sonny was going to score there. I thought Sonny was going to score there. Oh my God. He was so close. He was so close. That was the best chance he had all night. That was the best chance he had all night. What a pass. Wow. Wow. What a save. This has been a very, very goalkeeping oriented game. Let's watch the replay on this because that was a beautiful cross. What a good run by Sonny, too. Like I said, it's about how you're playing without the ball, too. Great pass. Sonny probably should have laid off of it and try to shoot it instead of heading it in. We got 30 seconds left. LAFC up 1-0 over the New England Revolution. Smoliakov should have started the game or at least second half Dolo. Dolo sucks. He's not going to make any good adjustments like that. Coy's Choice says Son should have scored there. Wayne Bender says Messi with a nasty assist. Who did you just assist to? Are they starting to open things up? Remember, I always say this about Inter Miami. When they score one, they score many. They don't ever just score one goal. They don't ever just score one goal. Oh, see if Sonny's got a chance. Oh, Sonny with the assist. There you go right there. Sonny 2-0. LAFC over New England. Sonny gets his first assist with LAFC. Son Heung-min gets his first MLS assist with LAFC. What a beautiful layoff. Great finish. How do you say his name? Swinyan? He's like the new guy from Switzerland. Swinyan, I think is how you say his name. Either way, beautiful layoff to Son Heung-min for his first MLS assist. He had a goal contribution. Now listen, he didn't score a goal like many thought he would, but you know what? He got a goal contribution. They win 2-0. LAFC were able to win this game 2-0, even though they played like ass the first half. LAFC win 2-0 over the New England Revolution. Sonny gets his first assist in his first MLS start for LAFC. Very lucky to come away with 3 points in this game. Very lucky. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. It's been a pleasure. We'll probably do another one for his first home game just because it's going to be a big deal. Hope you guys enjoyed this. The post-game recap will be probably uploaded in the next 30 to 40 minutes. So be on the lookout for that. We'll recap what we saw in this game. We'll get your feedback. Make sure you like this stream down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And hit that little bell notification so you never miss any of our videos. Hope you guys have a great night. Be on the lookout for that recap. Until next time, guys, I'll see you all soon.